बच्चों, आपको याद होगा लास्ट क्लास में हमने डिस्कस किया था सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन से रिलेटेड कुछ पैरामीटर्स और कुछ डेफिनेशंस। आज हम लेंगे सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन से रिलेटेड कुछ एग्जांपल्स। ना आपके सिलेबस में दो एग्जांपल मिली है। एक है आपका स्प्रिंग का, व्हेन यू पुल द स्प्रिंग एंड लीव इट स्टार्ट ऑसिलेटिंग, और दूसरा स्टैंडर्ड एग्जांपल है आपका विच इज ऑफ अ पेंडुलम। सो आज हम बात करेंगे स्प्रिंग के बारे में। और हमने लास्ट क्लास में देखा था अगर तो किसी भी मोशन में रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स फॉलोज हुक्स लॉ, देन यू से दैट द मोशन इज द सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन। तो वी ऑल नो दैट कि स्प्रिंग के केस में द स्प्रिंग फोर्स फॉलो द हुक्स लॉ। सो मैंने यहाँ पे एक स्प्रिंग दिखाई है। नाउ इट इज हियर एक्सेप्ट जीरो इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन, और अगर मैं स्प्रिंग को पुल करता हूं और तो इट शुड परफॉर्म द SHM as per this Hooke's law because there is a spring force acting this side, but there is a one condition. क्या condition है? When I pull it and leave it, क्या ये forever it will oscillate? No, it will come to a halt क्योंकि there is a friction. Because of friction वो क्या थोड़ी देर में रुक जाएगी। So therefore जब भी हम SHM डिस्कस करते हैं तो we have to avoid all those external forces. That means forces should be conservative. That means there is a no the friction. So when I pull it this side, of course जब मैं pull कर रहा हूँ आप सोच रहे होंगे I am applying a force, but till this position there is no SHM. SHM कब होता है? When I release this spring. So when I release this mass here, the spring will start oscillating between these 2 points. Okay, and it will oscillate forever if there is no friction. That means I can now study the motion of this spring. When I say study means now I can find out the equation for position or equation for velocity, equation for acceleration and things like that. So just मैं आपको explain करने के लिए दोबारा अगर मैं draw करूँ the diagram, let us say this is your position at x is equal to 0. Okay, and spring, this is the maximum extension when spring is here, mass is here. Okay, so this is your delta x. Okay, and then again on this side there is a delta x. This is of course minus delta x. Okay, so the spring will vibrate between these 2 points doing a SHM forever. Now, when the spring vibrates, what are the forces here? Let us say here, यहाँ पे क्या है कि on the y-axis there are 2 forces. One is the Fg and another is the normal. Now, ये दोनों आपस में एक दूसरे को कैंसिल करते हैं. That means these forces are not responsible for the vibration of the spring. So only force acting is the spring force. That spring force is acting this side Fs. Okay. Now, horizontally, that means I can say I know that this Fs is given by this equation, Hooke's law. That is minus kx. क्या मतलब है इस फोर्स का? That means the force is acting opposite to the position, the displacement. Okay. So this is the spring force given by Fs is equal to minus kx. What are the other forces horizontally acting on this spring? There are no forces. There is only the spring force which is acting. That means I can say that F net force acting on the spring is nothing but the spring force Fs, which is equal to minus k is the spring constant and x is the displacement. And we all know that F net is given by the formula mass into acceleration. So I can say that m into a, m is this mass, a is the acceleration, will be equal to minus k over x. Or I can say acceleration will be equal to minus k over m x. Okay. Now k is a spring constant, which is a constant. M is a mass, mass is a constant. So k by m is a constant. So k by m I can replace by another constant, and let us say I replace this by a constant omega and its square. Now constant, you can take any constant, okay, alpha, beta, any constant, but here we have taken the omega and its square. क्यों हमने square लिया, that I will explain you just now. But what we assume that this constant k by m, we assume this to be equal to omega square, and that means omega square is equal to k by m. Therefore, omega will be equal to root k by m. And a will be equal to minus omega square x. Okay, so let me write here the equation which we have got for the acceleration is equal to a is equal to minus omega square x. Okay, this is the equation of the acceleration for the system which is having an oscillation SHM. Now tell me whether acceleration from this equation is constant or variable. It is not constant, it is a variable. It depends on the x. That means when the x is high, a is high. When the x is 0, a is 0. Okay. What does that mean? अगर आप यहाँ देखिए, that means when x is this side, okay, acceleration is minus, means pointing toward this side. Okay. Or when the x is this side, that means minus, then acceleration will be positive, that means pointing towards positive side. So that's the meaning of this. और आप इस फॉर्मूले को यूज करके कभी भी आपके एग्जाम्पल में जो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आते हैं उसको हम आंसर निकाल सकते हैं. कभी भी आपको क्या होता है कि ये इक्वेशन दे रखी है डिस्प्लेसमेंट की फॉर द सम सिस्टम परफॉर्मिंग द एसएचएम और नॉट, और वो आपसे पूछा है कि बताइए दिस इज परफॉर्मिंग एसएचएम और नॉट. तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि अगर आप एक्सेलरेशन उस इक्वेशन से फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं और एक्सेलरेशन अगर वो इस पर फिट करता है, दैट मींस एक्सेलरेशन इज कांस्टेंट and this is the x, okay, then you can say it is performing the SHM and not otherwise. Now ये जो इक्वेशन है स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन, दैट मीन्स अगर मेरे को डिराइव करना हो फॉर द अदर पैरामीटर फॉर द अदर इक्वेशन फॉर दिस सिस्टम, मैं क्या कर सकता हूं? आई नो एक्सेलरेशन इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ d by dt, okay, rate of change of velocity. Or I also know acceleration is given by double derivative of position, okay, the double differentiation of the position. Now अगर मेरे को इसमें acceleration को replace करना है, which is more suitable here? Naturally this will be the most suitable because x is here, x is also here. That means I can say that I can replace this acceleration by, I can say d2x by dt square will be equal to minus omega square x. Okay. Now this is what we call is a differential equation. Okay. Now इस इक्वेशन का सॉल्यूशंस जनरली आपके मैथमेटिक्स के अंदर आप पढ़ेंगे. इफ इट इज सिंपल डिफरेंशिएशन तब तो आप उसको इंडिकेट करके निकाल लेते हैं, बट इफ इट इज अ डबल डिफरेंशिएशन दैट यू नीड टू नो द टेक्निक ऑफ द मैथमेटिक्स. सो हियर व्हाट वी कैन सी, आई विल जस्ट टेल यू व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन. नाउ दिस इज द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ double derivative of x with t. That means there will be a solution function of x with t will be equal to a constant, cosine of omega t, is omega, same omega here. और अब देखिए आपको, क्योंकि यहाँ जब आप इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तब यहाँ ओमेगा आता है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे खाली ओमेगा लेता हूँ तो आप देखिए कि यहाँ पे रूट ऑफ ओमेगा आएगा. दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव टेकन दिस एज ए स्क्वायर सो दैट यू गेट हियर द ओमेगा एंड प्लस 5. दिस इज द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन. और एक चीज मैं आपको और बताऊं कि ये फॉर्मूला हमें क्या एक गाइडलाइन देता है कि जब कभी कभी आपको एग्जाम में इक्वेशन दे रखी है मोशन की और पूछेगा whether it is SHM or not, तो आप अगर उसको डिफरेंशिएट कर सकें, डिफरेंशिएशन ले सकें उसका, और अगर वो डबल डिफरेंशिएशन इस फॉर्म में आता है तो आप कह सकते हैं कि यस इट इज परफॉर्मिंग SHM एंड नॉट अदरवाइज. नाउ इस इक्वेशन का ये सॉल्यूशन क्यों है, मैं आपको एक लॉजिक से एक्सप्लेन कर सकता हूं, और डिटेल मैथमेटिक्स में अगर जानना है तो आपको फिर इसकी मैथमेटिक्स का डिफरेंशिएशन पढ़ना पड़ेगा. बट लॉजिकली इफ यू सी, ये क्या कहता है, ये इक्वेशन क्या कहती है, x is the फंक्शन जो हमें ढूंढना है, x is the function which we have to look after, find out. x when multiplied by some constant, okay, function multiplied by some constant is equal to the function derived twice. See, function when multiplied by some constant is equal to its second derivative. Okay, that's the meaning of this equation. Now mathematics में ऐसी कौन सी फंक्शन है जिसका when you derive it twice it is the same function, it is a cosine. When you derive cosine it's a minus sign, when you derive sine again it's a cosine. Okay, so this has to be a cosine, that means this has to be a something x as a function of t. Answer to this should be somewhere around cosine of t. Okay, by this logic it can be sine also, of course it can be sine also, because sine when you derive cosine, cosine when you derive again sine, so it can be sine also, or it can be even exponential. Exponential when you derive once, you derive second, it is again the same, a to the power x. But exponential function यहाँ पे आपके लिए यूजफुल नहीं होगी, because exponential function will not repeat and therefore वो इसके लिए suitable नहीं है. It could be a cosine or it could be a sine. आपको देखेंगे कई बुक्स में यहाँ पे sine लिखा है, that also is correct. But we start with the cosine function. So it should be something like this. But looking to our equation, this is not suitable in the sense that you have got the omega here. Okay, therefore when you derive that, you will find here omega t. Omega will come here when you derive this. Okay, but this also is not suitable, because आप देखिए ये इक्वेशन क्या कहती है, ये इक्वेशन कहती है व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस इज 1. दैट मींस ये कहती है कि योर पोजीशन ऑफ द स्प्रिंग विल बी ऑलवेज 1, दैट मींस 1 मीटर और 1 मिलीमीटर और 1 सेंटीमीटर, व्हिच इज नॉट ट्रू. इट कैन बी 2 centimeter, 2 meter. The position can be anywhere that also. So that means I need a constant. I need a constant that will depend upon the vibration. Okay. So this is another thing. Third thing, what this tells the equation, that means cosine, you are always starting cosine from 0. But that is not the case always. The spring can start from anywhere. Okay. So your cosine can shift right or left. Okay, that means you need a shift also. So the equation for this will be like this. So that's the logic. Logically you can derive solution for this has to be a cosine, and cosine there has to be omega because of this constant, and there has to be a constant outside because it is not always 1. The position is not always a unit only. Okay, so you need a and cosine can shift right and left, so there should be 5. So this is generally the logic of the solution for this equation. Okay, let us understand ये क्या कहता है. This equation says x is the position with respect to the time. That means from this equation I can tell after a certain time where is the mass. Where is the mass on the spring? Say whether it is here or here or here. I can find out from this. Okay, so x is the position, or even if the position is given, I can tell at what time that position will be achieved. Okay, so both I can tell this. A is x. A is x. Which x? See, the maximum value of this will be 1. So that means maximum, when this is maximum, A will be equal to the x maximum. So A, generally what we call A is the amplitude. A is the amplitude, and which is nothing but equal to the x max. Okay, because maximum value of this 1, so A is equal to nothing but it is x max. So I can say that here, this is your A. The maximum position is this side or minus A this side. Okay, minus only tells you the sign, but it is the A is the A only, that is the amplitude. So A is equal to x max. That is the one information I get from here. Okay. Omega. Omega is a omega. Now I have explained you in my last class also, but omega explain करने के लिए मैं आपको कुछ एक आध और terms explain करता हूँ. As I told you last time, the circular motion is similar to the vibration, because for example circular motion में क्या होता है? It takes one circle and come back to the same position, so and repeat. So vibration में क्या होता है? Again vibration also is the same repetition. Okay, so I can always take a circular motion as an example of a vibration. So उससे related जो एक चीज मैंने last time define की थी, that is a time period. Time period पहले भी हमने define किया था, जैसे time period was in case of circular motion was a time to complete one revolution. But here there is no revolution. Here there is a oscillation. So it is a time to complete one oscillation. So for example, let us say for example, if I start from here, okay, this is my initial position, okay, it goes and come back, not come back, it goes like and stop here. How much is the time period? Is a half of the time period. When it comes back, it is the one time period. Okay, so when it completes the one cycle, it is the one time period. When it is here, means it is t by 4. So likewise, one is the time which is the equal to the time to complete the one cycle. Okay, second is the omega. Omega, what you define? We have defined this as a angular frequency. Angular frequency. Now, what does this mean? Angular means angle. Frequency means how frequently something is changing that angle. That means how frequently your angle is getting changed. Okay. So again, I will take this example because I said that circular motion, you can take an example of the vibration. So for example, let us say this is my initial position 0, 0 of the oscillator. Okay. And let us say this angle is 30 degree. Okay. Now in the first case, I traverse this like this. So how much time I have taken? Some specific time. Okay, and same 30 degree. Now in the second case, let us say if I go like this, and this is the 30 degree. Okay, I have taken some specific time. What is the difference between these two? The second case has taken more time. So आप इसको कैसे differentiate करते हैं? You differentiate by the term omega. That means the angle divided by the time. That means it is the angle traversed divided by the time. Okay. और इस केस में for example, in a general case of for the omega, again I will explain you. Let us say the same this is 0, 0 position, and if I take this one now, how much angle I have traversed? It is a 2 pi. It is angle traverse is equal to 2 pi. Now एक चीज ध्यान रखिएगा, because here we are following all the calculus terms, cosine, sine, etc. So angle will be always in terms of radian. So it is a 2 pi radian. It will never be in the degree. So that is a 2 pi radian is the angle traverse. And again, see what is the time I have taken. What is the time I have taken to traverse this? Same t, capital T. It is the time period. So it is a 2 pi by t. Okay. So this is the omega general will be equal to 2 pi by t. Where t is the time period which I described just now, and 2 pi is the angle traverse. Okay. Now this is the general omega. There is a omega for the general, and what we assume there, omega was equal to root k by m. Okay. So that means I can say that if omega for the spring was equal to root k by m. Now, if I command this, this is a specific and this is general. So when the specific and general both are combined means it becomes a specific for the spring. So what I can say that 2 pi by t for the spring, because it is now the specific for the spring, will be equal to root k by m. Or I can say the time period for the spring Ts will be equal to 2 pi, and when it goes up and come back is it to m by k. Okay, so this is I have found out the equation for the time period for this spring, okay, in terms of its mass and its spring constant. Okay, so this equation also will be very useful for you because there will be very numerical on this. So this was about the omega. Issues are related. There is another term which we had defined earlier also. Again, I repeat here, was the frequency. Frequency circular motion also we defined. It is the number of revolution divided by the time. So for example, if I make 5 revolution in 10 seconds, so the frequency will be 5 by 10. So similarly here there is no revolution, but it is what you call the oscillation. So giving the same example, for example, agar this I have done this, what is the oscillation is a 1. So if I define frequency, so frequency will be equal to number of oscillation डिवाइड बाय टाइम. और जैसा कि अभी मैंने एग्जांपल दिखाया आपको, नंबर ऑफ ऑसिलेशन वाज 1 and divided by the time again I had taken was the t, which was the time period. Okay, so f is equal to 1 by 2 t is another formula. Okay, and there is another thing. See, ये तीन चीजें हैं आपका t, f and omega. Okay, ये तीनों मैंने अभी डिफाइन कर दिया आपको, टाइम पीरियड, फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड द एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी. नाउ they are related. So if I know any one, you can find out the remaining two. कैसे? जैसे आपको अभी मैंने क्या डिफाइन किया था, ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई बाई टी एंड 1 over t was f. So ओमेगा इज ऑल्सो इक्वल टू 2 पाई f. ये रिलेशन है ओमेगा और इसके अंदर फ्रीक्वेंसी में. ओके, सो इसमें से इफ यू नो एनी वन, you can find out the balance too. Okay, that's what I want to say. If you know omega, you can find out this. अगर मान लीजिए आपके इक्वेशन में ओमेगा नहीं दे रखा है, ये दे रखा है अपने टाइम या फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो you can find out the omega by these relations. Okay, so this was just to explain what this equation is. Phi, जैसा कि मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन किया, एंड हाउ टू फाइंड आउट phi I will explain you अभी थोड़ी देर में. So this was related to understanding this equation. Now, अगर मेरे को पोजीशन की इक्वेशन पता है, तो I can find out the equation for the velocity, because I know that velocity is nothing. Velocity as a function of time is nothing but the dx by dt, isn't it? So that means if I differentiate this, what do I get? I get minus a. Okay, it is a sine, cosine will be a sine omega t plus phi, और आपको एंगल को भी डिफरेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा, तो इट विल बी a ओमेगा. So this is the equation for the velocity. So let me write first here what we derived here. This is the equation for the position, which was position as a function of time was equal to amplitude cosine of omega t plus phi. Okay, ये हमने एक इक्वेशन डिराइव की थी, और ये जब हम दूसरी डिराइव करने जा रहे हैं, so we found that this is the equation. That means what we can now write that equation for the velocity, or velocity is a function of time, is nothing but minus a omega sine omega t plus phi. Okay. Now, what is this a omega? Okay. What is the maximum value of this? Is 1. So that means maximum value of velocity will be equal to the a omega. Okay. That means I can say, I learned one more thing, that v maximum will be equal to minus a omega. Okay. This is the v maximum. Value of the v maximum will be equal to a omega. Now minus sign, because velocity is a sign, so अगर आप मैं इसको अगर ऐसे कहूँ, तो v magnitude will be equal to a omega. It is the same thing. Okay. So the a omega will be equal to the v max sin omega t plus phi. You can also write vt is equal to the v max sin omega t plus phi. So this is another information which we get it here. Now अगर मेरे को velocity function पता है, so I can find out acceleration also. That means because I know that acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. Okay. और जब मैं इसको derive करता हूँ तो क्या आएगा, इसको derive करूँगा तो it will be a, और sin को इसको derive करूँगा, it will be again a cos omega t plus phi, and when you derive this also it will be a omega square. Okay. So now I have derived another equation for the acceleration. So I can write here, acceleration will be equal to okay. Now again here maximum value of this will be equal to 1. So what I can say, another information which I get it, that a omega square is nothing but the a maximum. So that means if I have to find out a max mod will be equal to the a omega square. This is another information, you can use it in your calculation. So this is the equation for the acceleration. So what I have done, हमें position की, velocity की और acceleration की, we have derived all the equation of motion for a system having the SHM. Okay. So this is the thing which was our objective. Now a, you know, we are seeing it is the maximum position. Omega we have already understood how to derive, how to find out. Third thing is the phi, how to find the phase constant. So इसको phase constant के लिए मैं आपको एक सिंपल तरीका बताता हूँ, और वो ये है कि आप जब भी न्यूमेरिकल पढ़ते हैं तो आप दो क्वेश्चन का आंसर करिएगा. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एट t इज इक्वल टू 0, एट t इज इक्वल टू 0, what is xi 0? What is the initial position at time t is equal to 0? जनरली आपको क्वेश्चन में दे रखा होगा, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द ओरिजिन और स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस पोजीशन दैट पोजीशन. सो दिस विल गिव द एट t is equal to 0 what is the initial position of the oscillator. Then second question what you ask, at t is equal to 0 what is v initial at time t is equal to 0. वो भी आपको जनरली क्वेश्चन में दे रखा होता है कि जैसे the oscillator start with a velocity 3 meter per second or minus 3 meter 4 meter per second, something like that. So you find out that also. This is the velocity, not a 0, this is the velocity at time t is equal to 0. Now if you put these two values here, so when you put this value, that means what you get here, x as a function of t or x initial as a function of initial position of x10 will be equal to a, it is t0, so that means what you get, a cos phi. Okay, and when you put this second information in this, what do you get? V initial at time t equal to 0 will be equal to minus a omega. Okay, and what do you get here? Sine, again t is 0, so omega t is 0, sine phi. Now this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Okay, अगर अब आपके पास में दो इक्वेशन है, एक साइन में एक कॉस में है, और आपको पता लगाना है तो आप क्या करते हो? यू डिवाइड इन सच ए वे सो दैट साइन आपका ऊपर रहे. सो व्हेन यू डिवाइड 2 by 1, so what do you get? a omega sin phi divided by a cos phi will be equal to vi initial velocity xi 0. Okay, now I don't need a get cancelled, and what you get? The minus omega tan phi will be equal to vi initial xi initial. Okay, that's all. So you know this, you can find out the phi. So this is all about the today's lecture. What we have, if I summarize, हमने इक्वेशन 3 इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन निकाल लिया, और हमने ये निकाल लिया कि इसके 3 इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन से रिलेटेड मेनली 3 पैरामीटर्स, हाउ टू फाइंड आउट ए, हाउ टू फाइंड आउट ओमेगा, हाउ टू फाइंड आउट phi. So with this I close it here, and again my same two advice. आपको कुछ नई चीज लगी इसमें तो आप इसको नोट करिए and subscribe my channel.